fix yourself, or you'll enter 2027 single again. So you really think this is your year? You looked in the mirror, fixed your hair a little bit, checked your face from the good angle, and suddenly you felt confident. This year, I'm going to find love. Cute. Very cute. But wait, didn't you say the same thing last year and the year before that? And somehow, by December 31st, you were still standing on your balcony watching fireworks alone, pretending you did not care. Wow, so peaceful. No, babe, you were not peaceful. You were single with a view. You were watching couples hug each other under the fireworks while you were holding your phone, scrolling Instagram stories, acting like you were too independent for love. Let's be honest, you did not stay home because you love your own company. You stayed home because nobody asked you out. And before you get offended, ask yourself one thing. Are you sure your mirror at home is not lying to you? Did you turn on the light properly when you checked yourself? Or were you standing in that soft bathroom lighting from your best angle, lying to yourself like, actually, I'm not bad? Okay, maybe you are not bad, but are you good enough for the type of person you keep saying you want? Because some of you want a loyal, stable, attractive, emotionally mature partner. But you are showing up to the dating market looking like an unfinished draft. And then you complain, why nobody wants something serious? Maybe because you also do not look serious. And no, this is not about becoming perfect. This is about becoming decent. Because love is not only about having a good heart. A good heart is nice, but first, people need to want to know you long enough to discover it. And if the outside looks lazy, messy, bitter, desperate, or emotionally chaotic, nobody is staying long enough to find the hidden treasure inside. So, let's fix it. Seriously. Let's start with the painful one. Your appearance. Relax. Nobody is saying you need to look like a celebrity. Nobody is asking you to wake up looking like a Korean drama lead or a Bollywood main character walking in slow motion with wind blowing from nowhere. But at least look like you tried. Some of you say, I want someone to love me for my heart. Okay, beautiful, very Disney Channel. But how will they know your heart if your first impression says, I gave up 3 years ago? Imagine you are at a cafe. Someone sees you. Before they know your kindness, your loyalty, your trauma, your dreams, your healing journey, and your I'm actually very deep personality. They see your hair, your clothes, your posture, your face, your energy, your smell, your whole packaging. Yes, packaging matters. Even instant noodles come with packaging. And you think you can walk into love life looking like a rejected laundry basket and expect people to say, wow, I can sense their beautiful soul. No, they cannot sense it. They are not a priest. They are not a psychic. They are just trying to decide if they want to say hello. So fix your grooming. Fix your clothes. Fix your smell. Fix your hair. Fix your nails. Fix your skincare. Fix your posture. You do not need to be the most beautiful person in the room. But please, do not look like life defeated you before the date even started. Now let's talk about standards, because some of you are very brave, very ambitious, very confident. Your look is 50-50. Your attitude is 40-60. Your communication is 20-80. Your emotional stability is currently under maintenance. But somehow your type is tall, pretty, handsome, rich, loyal, funny, emotionally available, good family background, good career, soft voice, good body, good future. No past trauma, no weird habits, no red flags. Babe, are you looking for love or are you hiring a limited edition human? And the bigger question is, what are you bringing? Because you cannot walk into the dating market with average effort and premium demands. Imagine going to a luxury store with 12 ringgit and saying, "Can I see the most expensive bag?" The staff will smile, but even the security guard is judging you. Same thing in dating. If you want someone high quality, you need to become high quality too. Not perfect, but decent, clean, stable, kind, self-aware, consistent, presentable, respectful, emotionally responsible. Because if your look is average, your effort cannot be average too. Your attitude cannot be average. Your hygiene cannot be average. Your conversation cannot be dry like expired bread. You need to improve the full package, inside and outside, because good heart alone is not a dating strategy. It is just one ingredient. And baby, nobody eats flour alone and calls it cake. This one should not even need to be said, but apparently some people need a TED Talk about deodorant. Hygiene matters. A lot. You can have the sweetest heart in the world, but if your breath smells like an abandoned fridge, nobody is thinking about your future together. They are thinking about survival. Imagine finally getting close to your crush. They lean in. You think it is a romantic moment, but actually they are holding their breath and praying to every god available. That is not chemistry. That is chemical warfare. Brush your teeth, clean your tongue, use deodorant, wash your hair, wear clean clothes, smell decent. Do not overdose on perfume until people can taste it in the air. Just smell like someone who respects public space. Because attraction can die very fast. Sometimes it does not die because you are ugly. Sometimes it dies because your personal hygiene filed a resignation letter. And let's be honest, nobody wants to kiss a mystery. Some people say, I'm just natural. Okay, be natural. But natural does not mean neglected. There is a difference between natural beauty and I woke up and chose chaos. You do not need a full makeover, but you need basic maintenance. Skincare, haircut, clean eyebrows, lip care, a little effort, a little style, a little, I still respect myself. Imagine saying, I want someone to be attracted to my personality, but your face looks tired, your lips are dry, your hair has no plan, and your skin is begging for water. Your personality might be amazing, but it is trapped behind poor management. This is not about being fake. This is about being responsible for your own presentation. Even a house with good furniture still needs the lights turned on, so turn your lights on, fix your face, rest, hydrate, clean up, find a style that works for you. You do not need to become a model. You just need to stop looking like you are permanently buffering. Some of you are not unattractive. You just carry yourself like you are already rejected. Your shoulders are down, your face looks angry, your walk looks like you are going to fight the cashier, your energy says, do not approach me. Then you go home and complain, nobody talks to me. Of course, nobody talks to you. You look like you might curse their bloodline for saying hello. Body language matters. Smile a little, relax your face. Stand properly. Walk like you are not ashamed of existing. Look people in the eyes. Do not stare like a serial killer, just normal human eye contact. Imagine your crush looking at you, and instead of giving a soft smile, you panic and look away like you just saw a ghost. Then later you say, I think they don't like me. No, babe. They probably thought you hated them. You are not mysterious. You are confusing. Fix your energy, because sometimes your love life is not blocked. Your face is. Looking decent can get someone interested, but conversation decides whether they stay. And some of you text like a dying robot. Hi. Okay. Haha. Nothing. Up to you. Wow. So romantic. Shakespeare is shaking. Imagine someone trying to talk to you and you give them replies so dry they need lotion after reading them. Then you wonder why the conversation died. It did not die. You murdered it. If you like someone, learn how to talk. Ask questions, respond properly, be playful, be curious, share something, have thoughts, have opinions, have a personality beyond haha. And please stop thinking being cold makes you attractive. It does not. It makes you look emotionally unavailable and boring. There is a difference between being mysterious and having no content. If people need to interview you like they are applying for a government permit, they will get tired. Fix your conversation, because love cannot grow in one-word replies. This one is embarrassing, but necessary. Some of you meet one person who gives you attention, and suddenly you start planning your wedding playlist. They say, you're cute. And you are already thinking about what your children will look like. Calm down. You do not have a crush. You have emotional hunger. Imagine someone replies fast for one day, and you start checking their zodiac sign, their followers, their ex, their family background, their old photos from 2018. Babe, that is not romance. That is an investigation. Desperation makes you ignore red flags. Desperation makes you accept crumbs. Desperation makes you overgive. Desperation makes you act like every person who shows interest is your last chance at love. They are not. You are not expired goods. There is no clearance sale on your heart. Stop behaving like anyone who chooses you is doing charity. Fix your desperation, because people can smell it. Some of you have standards that make no sense. You reject good people because they are too nice. But you chase emotionally unavailable people because they feel exciting. You want a serious partner, but you are attracted to people who cannot even seriously reply to a message. You want peace, but you keep dating drama. You want loyalty, but you keep entertaining flirts. You want someone who chooses you, but you keep choosing people who treat you like an option. Make it make sense? Imagine someone kind, consistent, respectful, and emotionally mature comes along. And you say, I don't feel the spark. But someone who ignores you for 2 days and comes back with miss you suddenly feels like destiny. No, that is not destiny. That is low self-esteem doing parkour. Fix your standards, not by lowering them, by making them smarter. Choose character. Choose effort. Choose consistency. Choose someone who does not make you feel like you are begging for basic respect. Because if your standards are stupid, your love life will be stupid too. Respectfully. You say you want to meet someone? Where? In your room? Between your bed and your charger? Inside your TikTok For You page? Some of you want love to find you, but you are hiding like a limited edition cave creature. You go work, you go home, you scroll, you sleep, repeat. Then you say, why am I still single? Because nobody knows you exist. Your soulmate is not going to break into your house and say, finally, I found you behind the laundry chair. You need to go outside. Join something. Say yes to plans. Meet friends of friends. Go to events. Try classes. Be around people. And when you go out, do not stand in the corner with your face looking like unpaid overtime. Be approachable. Be alive. Be present. Because if your dating strategy is waiting for destiny while lying in bed with oily hair and sad music, destiny is not coming. Destiny also has standards. Now, listen carefully. Looking decent helps people notice you, but your character decides whether they keep choosing you. Because being pretty or handsome with a rotten attitude is not a flex. It is just expensive packaging with expired content. Imagine someone finally likes you. They think you are cute. They want to know you. Then you start showing the attitude. Jealous over everything. Passive-aggressive replies, silent treatment, testing people, overthinking every message, creating drama because you are bored, expecting people to read your mind, saying, I'm fine when you are clearly preparing a courtroom case in your head. Babe, nobody wants to date an emotional escape room. Fix your inside, heal your insecurity, learn communication, learn accountability, learn how to say what you feel without attacking people, learn how to receive love without testing it until it breaks. Because if you are beautiful outside, but exhausting inside, people may come close, but they will not stay. And if you are kind inside, but careless outside, people may never even get close enough to know. That is why you need both, inside and outside. Good heart, good hygiene, good energy, good effort, good character. Not perfect, just decent enough that love does not have to suffer to reach you. So before you say, this year, I will find love, ask yourself, are you actually becoming someone love can find? Or are you just repeating the same speech you gave last year? Because last year, you also said you were ready. And then New Year came. The fireworks started. Couples were hugging, people were posting romantic countdown videos. And you were on the balcony again, pretending you were enjoying the view. Maybe you were, but maybe a small part of you was thinking, damn, again? So do not let 2026 end like that. Fix yourself, not because you are worthless, but because you are not doing yourself any favors by staying the same and expecting a different love life. Turn on the light. Look in the mirror properly. Be honest. Are you really ready for love? Or are you just hoping someone will ignore all the things you refuse to improve? Because love is not charity. Attraction is not automatic. And a good heart is not visible from across the room. So look decent, smell good, talk properly, go outside, stop chasing unavailable people, stop acting desperate, stop calling your laziness being real, and stop expecting a premium love life from discount effort. Fix yourself seriously, or do not be shocked when 2027 finds you in the same balcony, watching the same fireworks, telling yourself the same lie. I'm single by choice. Sure, by choice. Your choices. Subscribe to Ha! Did You Know for more savage dating truths and self-worth wake-up calls. See you in the next one!